Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Monster Train episode. Today I wanted to specifically play an Awoken run. I read some interesting stuff about Explosive Sentient on Reddit, claiming that it tended to be better than the Spikes champion a decent amount of time. So I'm going to try a slightly different playstyle today, and rather than always defaulting to Bristling, I'm going to try out Explosive. And this is why the video is starting at this point instead of at the previous screen, is just so that I can make sure that I get the Rejuvenate champion. So looking at the cards I'm starting with, I have 2 Ice Tornadoes, a Pyre Shard, and 2 Sting. We're going to start with Rejuvenate Sentient and see what our artifact is. Classic. I mean, we'll take the Thorn Casing. We have 2 Stings to start with and can maybe pick up a few more. So I probably don't just like play this directly into all of this muck. Maybe I play this to have this on the bottom floor, because I do get to clear all 4 units this turn. A little weird. For boss reasons, and like given the amount of Rejuvenate that I'm likely to stack up, I kind of want to have this here. But playing this way makes it a little hard to get the Train Steward. Good God. Alright. So that kills 1. That kills 1. That kills 1, and now I need to think about whether or not I'm okay with taking 9 in order to get this collector. I think I am. Did not really succeed in stacking up regen. I also have like no Train Stewards here. Yeah, this is not great. So this is why I don't like this champion. Once you're out of regen stacks, like, you don't do anything to a boss in these initial fights. Oh, geez, that's unfortunate. Our out was double Ice Tornado. I guess now or no, it was 62. Alright, it's fine. Not double barrel Daedalus, that's good to know. So we can take the Wildwood Sap, no regrets. I don't think I want any of this. I think it's just diluting the deck. Multi-strike plus 10 Heartstone. Play for plus 3. Quick as the dream. But multi-strike plus strength stone is pretty good. Probably too good to pass up on. We walk away with some extra gold going into the next floor, where we probably are picking up another unit and trying to get some cost reductions on the Ice Tornado. We'll see. We could go the other way. This is fine. Top floor, 2 of them, I think. I Ice Tornado to get the Collector and still win this fight? Find out. Really wanted the Wildwood Sap there. That's super unfortunate. I think I still get there. Ice Tornado doing some serious work. This for my sweeper, that multi-strikes is pretty darn good. I'll take a Helical Crystallis. The next turn, I probably need to take an Awoken unit. So the question is, like, do I try to hit another Awoken back unit and pick up Guard of the Unnamed? Guard of the Unnamed isn't, like, super what I'm looking for. Like, Frostbite Shark would be real good. Animus of Will is a great pickup since I have a Razor Sharp Edge. But I can't really support an Awoken tank with regen, so there's that. So like normally if I had taken Spike's Champion, I'd be like super stoked for Awoken Banner so that I could get Thorn Hollow or Awoken one. But now I'm just like not. Maybe I'll take a Husk Hermit in the hopes of getting like a quick sweep. That does not much. Like that's good, but I don't know that it's worth all my gold levels of good. I guess Husk Hermit is a tank for an Animus of Will? Questionable. I'm gonna be in this weird situation where, like, I want to go this way and also this way at the same time, and I'm not offered a floor 5 Merchant of Steel. This run feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm worried about taking this and just having like too many unupgraded units for a while. I think I'm just gonna skip here. Do a cost reduction on Ice Tornado. Do a +10 magic power on that same Ice Tornado. And let's roll the shop. Second verse, same as the first. We gotta make one cheaper Helical Crystallis. That being one. Having +10 magic power is pretty good. I would love to duplicate Wildwood Saps. Oh, yeah. Now it's kind of a shame that I didn't remove Consume and reduce cost on those, but I don't think I can play towards that. There's too many early events. So I want the Scaling Sweeper to be here, and then I want Husk Hermit to be on one of these 2 floors. I think I'm just going to put it third so it doesn't eat the bomb this turn. That seems fine. Alright, so I do that, and I do that, and then I look around at the rest of my life. This saves some life, and this probably saves some life if we get a bomb there later on. Everyone here is just dead, huh? So I can piercing kill that, deal 70 to Daedalus, and scale this unit up considerably. Yep. At this point, stacking regen so that I do something against the boss is pretty relevant. Cool, cool. I mean, this is like exactly what I want for this Shattered Shell. Like, that is the exact card that I was hoping for. Unleash the Wildwood is also obviously absolutely insane, but quick to a scaling unit is incredibly good. I really just want Ember so I can keep firing off, like, Ice Tornadoes, restores Wildwood Saps. I do kind of need more units. What am I doing with this Husk Hermit? Just like maybe trying to put a large stone on it and have it hang out? Like, I want like a Frostbite Shark. Makes me want to go this way, but the Hellvent isn't super good, and then like I don't Merchant of Steel until floor 7 or 6, and like every unit that I put in my deck is a unit that maybe doesn't make me draw Shattered Shell early, which seems really important. Also, card removes this way, and card removes are super important for me. Maybe skip. I don't quite know how this deck works. Also, not in the sap can be real awkward too against Seraph. But one thing at a time, I guess. This one I'll take. That unit at least scales relatively well. And duplicate a Shattered Shell to have a greater chance of getting it early. But I don't know about that. Kind of seems like I'm a one-trick pony here. So we'll see if my trick is good enough. Am I okay with dealing with you all on floor 2? I think so. Okay with playing Siren of the Sea behind the champ this fight? I could also set up top floor. I lose a couple rejuvenate stacks by the time the boss gets there, but I might be able to kill everything in the fight if I do that. These fights are awkward before these units are upgraded. I don't know about this. I want this unit behind the champ, basically always, but... let's try this and see where it goes. This Siren can probably get pretty big. So this is now the tank for Shattered Shell in this fight. I can also just give you some attack power. That gets a kill on another thing. This gets a kill on another thing, but we're still not quite there. What an awkward fight. I accept. I didn't think I'd be like wishing for a restore or anything, but here we are. No, this gets a kill, doesn't it? Okay, it does. Alright, that results in you scaling a little bit, which I don't think matters, but is a thing. Worth 32 more damage. Alright, fight. The sleigh. Yeah, let's just stack one more. I think we've got this fight. The Wildwood Saps aren't like actually super effective at killing frontline units. I need actual heal cards. Edgebriar? Edgebriar makes a lot of sense and saves me some Ember. That is also a card that could get better if I get other healing cards as well. I think I'll pick it up. I don't think I'm in the market for any of that. This is another floor where I don't get to upgrade units. Blow it all on 2 artifacts. Be poor for here. Less poor than I thought. It was on offer. Tap's very good here. know if it's worth my gold, but it's very good. Yo. These are both nuts for different reasons. The Priory Cloak is going to do a lot of damage with my regen, and Wing Clippings is going to make it so that the Wildwood Saps don't consume. I think this is better. I think I need the damage. Now is 145 gold worth some extra card draws every turn? I think so. But unit upgrades are a little rough. If I don't get some gold. Order. Like, I don't know about this. I think I'm just gonna try to get some kills for scaling. And if I have this set up, I don't know that I need this unit. Might just be better to play my other 3 things. Beautiful. Piercing, we can take that out. So as of right now, this is getting the Slay on everything. I think I don't play this Restore. This Train Steward can die down here, and we'll play a random Sting for good luck. These are large enough units that I probably want to do something here. I think it's that. And this. This is damage where I want it. Surprisingly close to losing this unit here for having 32 regen. I wonder if this is a deck where I'm just gonna like end up removing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know that this is better than 25 gold in this deck. Restoring Retreat's pretty good. Lets me overfill a floor and actually like put units in positions that are favorable for me. This is finally the Merchant of Steel floor, so I don't want to pick this up. think I have enough gold to make good use of this shop. A large stone. That's really good on either of these. I can turn this into a front tank pretty easily. This isn't quite front tank at this, but this is a much better unit to drop behind. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have 3 upgrade slots. I think I want this one that gives HP here, hoping to roll 25 HP for that. And I think I'll accept the plus 10 here, not holding out for multi-strike. Got the plus 25 HP that I was looking for, but I didn't roll a second HP for Edge Prior. I think I'm just going to leave Edge Prior unupgraded. And we'll kind of see how things shake out to see what we're doing next. I think this is okay. I think this deck is awkward. Also an awkward draw. I think I'm going to set this up top in hopes of restoring or retreating it down the second pass through the deck. And I think I still want to get scaling off of the Shattered Shell? Off of the Shattered Shell. I guess tiny misplay. I could have played Damp third floor and then restoring retreated it down to deal a little bit of damage. All right. Good stuff. So that should result in a kill. Then Spell Shield's awkward up here, but I can scale this unit a little bit. In case some things slip through. Like, that's worth something here. Razor Sharp Edge is worth a lot right there. Then I'll just cast 2 spells up here. Just scale this unit up a bit. Okay. Good stuff. So, I found Quick. It seems like this one is pretty much over. I don't know how much this is hitting for. Yeah, 88 Quick. Good stuff. At this point, if everyone is dead, the rest of these can go up here for scaling. This is still scaling. That still gets the kill. At this point, we just start going for the boss with extra spells. admittedly a bit silly. So Shattered Shell gains +6 attack effectively if I let it kill this. Whereas if I play 3 spells, this also gains +6 attack, but also a little bit of health. I guess that's better. Not that we're coming to the back line or anything, but... Yep, good stuff. I think it's correct to take it, but I don't love it. I'd be looking for like double stack or holdover if I went left. I think the random artifact is really good. Raider's Quill with, what do we have, 6 Wildwood Saps? 7? Plus a Wildwood Tome? Yeah, plus the Channel Song? Yeah. That's real good. Oh, here's a bunch of HP for Edgeprior. We'll do that once. Maybe the second time. Let's see what the Cavern event looks like. Purge a card to gain a card. I am all about removing a Frozen Lance from my deck. Why, thank you. How did you know? I mean, I'm not gonna say no to another one of those. Mostly because, like, drawing the first one at the right time is fine. But the secondary purpose is that, like, it's just a 30 damage spell for 1 Ember, which is, like, totally fine when it doesn't work out the way that I want it to. This gold is worth a lot. Not 100% sure that we're all the way there to beating Seraph yet. Okay, cool. Everybody dies. Small floor? Do I take 30 fire damage? I just play you top. Put spikes on you. Just treat you as the way to kill the these 3 units. Oh no, you only killed 2 of the 3, right? Attack for 5, blow up. Awkward. No, it's not. I incant once. Totally fine. We go fire in, fire consume. Better than I thought. Yeah, so like we're good with losing that unit. Now we're set up and good to go. Now we're just hoping to draw quick so we don't get obliterated. Whiff. Wow. Do all these things having consume bail me out? 1, 2, 3, 4. 120 damage to that. So this this. Maybe not that. All bail me out. And I just totally whiffed here. That's super frustrating. Wow. Now I just probably lose this fight. Exactly 70 damage. That's brutal. This is also my other tank, and I threw away 1 unit on turn 1, and I don't get any redraws from Sap Tap. This is the worst possible timeline. And now I have to win this fight on floor 1 with a Husk Hermit, and then like restoring retreat that down. Alright, at least I drew the restoring retreat. So I can go Edge Prior, restoring retreat. The restore becomes free. And I think the quick is now the most important thing here. Thank you, Channel Song. You're right on time, as usual. Second one of these is real awkward. Kinda need to kill this. Perfect. Okay. I needed this to scale. That was very lucky. Well, we went from getting incredibly unlucky to incredibly lucky to get out of this fight. But we took like 60 fire damage this fight, which was very bad. Draft? Good with the champ. Take it. Nope. A bit of a precarious position, I think. Go Pyre Health, remove some Frozen Lances from the deck. And see where we end up. Tap Seraph. Sorry, I got distracted by something else that popped up on my feed. Tap Seraph does not have Power Wing, so I don't need to worry about Sweep. I think I'm on board with this, and then I re-roll this. Alright, let's go spend money here. Double stack on one of these is fantastic. Reduce cost on Engraft or Ice Tornado is fantastic. Go Ice Tornado. Engraft is going to be free because of Edge Prior a lot of the time anyway. Did I already remove cards? I already removed cards. I think this hitting hard one time is really good. This is tempting on that, but I don't think I go for it. I think let's purge a Frozen Lance. Let's purge a second Frozen Lance. That is just like not a card that I want to draw. It might be better to do just plus 10 magic power on a restore. Small floor being mid is slightly awkward here. I think I can set up bottom in this fight and be okay. This is the double stack one. It is a lot of turn 1 damage, but not like I'm dead amounts of turn 1 damage or anything. The spikes is real awkward though. The spikes means that before I get quick, it's harder for this thing to scale, so I don't think I play that this first pass through the deck. Missed out on quick, huh? I also missed out on a restore. I need to Ice Tornado and clear some of this. Alright. Not dead. Too many windows open. Alright. Get rid of some of these. I need to do some math here. And maybe I don't play you so that Channel Song can do something, and I like need to keep this alive. I think that's my plan. Okay, there's Quick. Getting sapped yet again is a bit brutal. But now I'm actually healing. Large stoned, so I need this to go top floor. if I'm not going to Restoring Retreat it down. My bottom floor will just continuously get sapped if it's the only floor that has creatures on it, and I do kind of need to worry about these things that are slipping through. So that's quite good. Okay. Now I'm comfortable in doing something that looks kind of like that. Eight, 16. Ooh. Now I'll just let you get the kill on both of those. Okay, so there's the channel song for Husk Hermit, which actually saves me a decent amount of life. Fire health is starting to look a bit fishy. Can't lie to you. I do need this thing to scale. I guess it's not killing this yet anyway. That helps a lot. Now, consume damage. Right. So for future reference, this is probably really good. I can still do that. Okay. Let's see if this all works out. Now that you're quick, these can go here and it's okay. This is a really weird position where, like, I need to be playing these cards to have enough regen stacked up to tank the boss and deal damage, but this isn't scaling nearly as much as I would like it to. Every time I can do that, I think it's obligatory. Every time I can do that, I think it's obligatory. One more. Now I get a kill on that. And then I guess I can finish 35. You're already getting finished off. Unless this top floor gets sapped. But if the top floor gets sapped, I think it's okay anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now my goal is to just play as many of these as I can without actually killing units. And then play everything else on the top floor. Are we looking? We're looking good enough. Also, I don't think I hit any buttons here, because I might actually end up making things worse due to, like, Slay or something. I think we'll just take this. All right. Good run. I don't know how I feel about this. So, like, At the point where I had just Shattered Shell and the champion, I wonder if I was just supposed to like stop taking other units and just like focus on scaling those two units alone. Is like every time that I did not have Shattered Shell in the first two turns, the setup felt kind of awkward. Like I don't know if like two units can take down Sap Seraph if that floor gets sapped every turn. One of the reasons why I wanted to have more units. Yeah, kind of awkward. Should have mapped out to see how much damage the Sentient itself was doing. I had 40 some odd regen stacks, so that's actually like a pretty good chunk of Seraph's life. Yeah, I don't know. Willing to try more runs like this and like branch out of my comfort zone. But it kind of feels like to me that like Spike's champ plus a way to heal it, like Unleash the Wildwood and then regen stacking somewhere else is better. Like an awkward thing about all of the Wildwood saps that I have is that when you play them, they don't get a heal trigger immediately, so they don't immediately deal the damage to the frontline units. So because we had the duplicate event, we had a little bit of deck bloat, which in some ways made the champion worse. Interesting run. All right, that's all I have for you today. Have a great rest of the day.